What's up, Chargertown? The Salsa King 23, aka San Diego Smooth Team Owner, is back in effect with Week 1's results. Now, a lot of things have been going on in the NFL with all this Ray Rice madness. It's horrible. It's horrible. He should be banned, as they're doing. Took a long time for them to get this situation straight. Just seems like they're trying to play catch up. But for other reasons, we are here for fantasy football, folks. Fantasy football, okay? And I am going to bring you the happy scores from Week 1. Now let's go ahead and get started here. Rookie of the Year took on Dirk Diggler. Both high scores for the teams was Julius Thomas with 31.5 and Matthew Stafford with 37. My goodness gracious, was that a great game over in Detroit. Matthew Stafford made Megatron look really good. But other than that, the final score was 115.5 for Dirk Diggler. And the Rookie of the Year unfortunately played like a rookie and only came up with 87 points. So congratulations to Dirk Diggler for his first win in the year 2014 of Chargertown. Moving on up to Valor Morgulis took on Who Dey War Wagon. This was a very good game. It looks like they were just taking slug, blow after blow after blow, laying down the metal. I mean, goodness gracious. The score, the final score, I should say, was Valor Morgulis came through 134. 134 to Who Dey War Wagon's 109.5. All right, the top scores of the happy-go-lucky Valor Morgulis was Andrew Luck, of course, with 33, and for Stephen, was AJ Green, came up with 22 points. So congratulations to Valor Morgulis. You better get your stuff straight because you're taking on the man who's doing this podcast for next week. But we'll get into that a little bit later. Moving on over to the right. Team Tough Nut took on Classy Stashy. Oh my goodness. All right. Two top scorers for this wonderful matchup was Russell Wilson with 23 and Matt Forte came up with 20. Low scoring game. Very tough fought little competition here. Team Tough Nut could only muster up 63 points to Classy Stashy's 84.5. So moving on over with 1-0, Classy Stashy puts Team Tough Nut 0-1 to start off the 2014 season. All right, Guahanians Camp and newcomer Team Mark Rollins. This was not a competition at all. 103.5 for Guahanians Camp to Team Mark's 86.5. Two top scorers was Drew Brees with 20 and Antonio Brown with 19.5. Seems like Team Mark has to get his lineup a little bit modified, if you will, to go ahead and muster up at least 19 to 20 more points going into Week 2 to go ahead and keep up with the competition that is in Chargertown. But congratulations to Guahanians Camp, as usual, rolling on through 103.5 to Team Mark's 86.5. All right, Team Boltheads took on Air Force Reaper. This was also a very good game. Two top scorers was Colin Kaepernick with 23. And of course, as I mentioned before, Mr. Megatron himself, 31.5. All hail Megatron. Calvin was the man. And the final score, Team Boltheads put up a nice solid score of 132.5 to Air Force Reaper's 110.5. So he had to muster up a little bit more to go ahead and even come close to Team Boltheads' 132.5. So congratulations to Team Boltheads. As usual, starting off strong for the beginning of the season. So congratulations, Air Force Reaper. Maybe in Week 2 you could pick up the win. Moving on to hashtag Hoffy took on Manti Te'o's dead girlfriends. Oh my goodness gracious. I guess Manti Te'o just doesn't have any Facebook girlfriends or anything like that. Ha ha ha. Nice nickname. Anyway, the final score, hashtag Hoffy, 134 to Manti Te'o's dead girlfriends, 103. Top scorers of this game, Matt Ryan with the unbelievable score of 41. And of course, Peyton Manning showed up, as usual, with 31, but it wasn't enough to take on hashtag Hoffy. I don't know, Hoff. Every time you play, every year, you always start off very, very, very strong and always make the playoffs. So congratulations to you, as usual, 1-0. Manti Te'o, you need to go ahead and get a new girlfriend, I guess, man. It was 0-1 right now, so better luck next week. We'll see. And the final, wonderful, wonderful game of the week. San Diego Smooth, a.k.a. me, took on the Seed. The Seed. Yes, it was a very hard fought game. But San Diego Smooth came out with a nice solid score of 121.5 to the Seed's 95.5. Nick Foles did it for me with 22. At first, I thought this boy was going to really mess up my week, but he came back pretty strong, tossed up 22 points for me, and I thank you, Nick Foles. You might be starting in week 2. And for the Seed, Vernon Davis showed up. He was balling. He was balling over in San Francisco, so he put up a solid 18 points for the Seed, but still wasn't enough to knock my team out. San Diego Smooth is looking nice, 121.5 to the Seed's 95.5. Alrighty, so those are the scores. Going into week 2, it's going to be tough. There's so much scandal, so much nastiness that is going on in the NFL with the Ray Rice and all this other stuff, and drug policies. Pure madness. Who's going to show up in week 2? I do not know. But stay tuned for the matchups in week 2 in Chargertown. This Chargertown podcast has been brought to you by A Single Man Productions. Alright, welcome back, my friends. Here are the matchups for week 2. Who Day War Wagon is at Dirk Diggler. Team Mark takes on Classy Stashy. Air Force Reaper will take on Rookie of the Year. The Seed will take on Guahanian's Camp. Manti Te'o's Dead Girlfriends will take on Mr. Nipples.